I'm unmute it. It should be doing stuff now. It's just doing beeps. All right, I'm gonna unmute the desktop audio in. Let me act now. Desktop back to where. Sorry, I just want beeps. All right, I'm gonna turn the desktop audio on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What is up, everyone? I am your host, Sporadic Erratic. I hope you are having a lovely morning or evening or whatever time it is for you. You are here watching Winter Pride 2020 on Twitch. We are running from December 11th through the 13th for 24 hours each day. We are benefiting the Trevor Project. To find out more about them, you can find the link to their site in the panels below the stream or use !charity in chat. If you're interested in donating, you can type !donate in chat. Find the schedule by using !schedule or incentives with !incentives. As you can see on deck, we have Resident Evil Gaiden. But first, I want to tell you just a little bit more about the wonderful group we are raising funds for here today. The Trevor Project is the world's largest suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization for LGBTQ, that's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning young people. The organization works to save young lives by providing support through free and confidential suicide prevention and crisis intervention programs on platforms where young people spend their time. Their 24/7 phone lifeline, chat, text, and soon to come integrations with social media platforms. They also run Trevor Space, the world's largest safe space social networking site for LGBTQ youth, and operate innovative education, research, and advocacy programs. The Trevor Project is a really, really wonderful organization. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here and for your generous donations in support. And again, as you can see, we are all ready to go. Starwin is going to take you on a wild ride with Resident Evil Gaiden.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a wild ride. Absolutely. How's it going, everybody? I'm Starwin, horror speedrunner aficionado. Today, I'm gonna bring you a couple of games. I'm gonna be your runner for like the next hour or so for 2 games. We got Resident Evil Gaiden. After this, we're gonna be doing the convenience store. So, Resident Evil Gaiden, yes, is a Game Boy Color port. Not port. Well, it's a Game Boy Color Resident Evil game. Not really a port. But not a lot of people don't know about this game, and I'm really happy to show it off. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So, time will be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so believe it or not, this game is the first Resident Evil game to take place on a boat. A lot of people will be like, "Whoa, Revelations!" It's like, no, there's this one game that's 2D on the Game Boy Color that people just didn't know about. So this is gonna play like a traditional Resident Evil game. There's gonna be zombies, there's gonna be big BOWs, but the only one thing that's a little different is combat, as you're gonna see right here. Combat is like a Mario Golf-esque kind of combat, as I like to call it. Stopping the little bar in the the darker shaded spot will result in a critical hit with whatever weapon I'm using. And then anywhere else is just regular damage. But battles take a long time, so we're going to try and avoid them. So like right there, I can actually manipulate enemies to move by aiming my gun. So here's another example of that. There's an enemy right here. Gonna aim the gun, force her to come up there, and I can just dodge right past her. I will say this game is incredibly difficult casually because it's just you're just so limited on the Game Boy's hardware. It makes it really difficult to play. Like, for example, you're probably seeing all these little icons popping into the bottom right of the screen. Each one of those icons is very, very important. Oh, I didn't grab the fuse. I need to grab the fuse. But those icons represent a lot of different things. One of them being if you see like a green exclamation mark, that green exclamation mark means there is a item I can pick up, like in my vicinity. If there's a red exclamation mark, that means there's an item that an enemy is holding. In order for me to get said item, I have to kill that enemy. I'm gonna make this guy come over here real quick. Well, nope, we're gonna fight him. There we go. Oh, it's over here? Really? Yeah, there it is. There's the thing we need.
I wasn't sure what to expect when it was Resident Evil on the Game Boy Color, and it really wasn't this. It really wasn't the
This is what you were not expecting. Yeah, it's a, like I said, it's a ride for sure. All right, we got the fuse, which allows us to go in here. If you see like a red like a rectangle with an X over it, that means it's a locked door. If it's a green door, you can just kind of go in it. And then of course there's the battle icon, which is just the skull. When you get grabbed, you have to rotate the D-pad to push off said zombie. But as they're doing that, they're moaning and groaning, which means they can actually attract more enemies to the screen. You really don't want that to happen. Another thing you may have noticed, actually right here, I'm going to go ahead and reset. That's one of the really cool things about this game, is that it auto saves a lot. So if you get a grab that you don't like, you can just completely reset. Well, that guy is just there, so I guess we're just going to fight him. Give him a couple of criticals into the head. But as you can hear the moaning and groaning of the zombies. It's taken pretty much straight out of the PS1 version of Resident Evil, which is kind of sad because it really lags the game. Like, I'm pretty sure all the data that goes into this game to make it work, most of it is used on just these few sound effects. And that's another thing. There's no like ink ribbons or anything like that. You can only save when you get to certain points in the game. So there's only technically like 15 save points throughout the run. And we're gonna lure this guy down here. Yes, there are zombies with crowbars. This is the thing now. Okay. Zombies with the crowbars are some of the more dangerous enemies just because they have two very annoying attacks, the crowbar hit and the throw up. The throw up does a lot of damage. And thankfully, we actually are getting some pretty good RNG here because when I do kill enemies, there's a chance that the zombie can stay on the floor. And if that happens, guess what? You have to fight them again because they will block your path. And I'm going to go ahead... Not that. I'm going to go ahead and use an herb.
Is there any story to, like... Is there any story? Why are we on a boat?
Okay. Yeah, I guess I could yeah. So we're actually playing as Barry from Resident Evil 1. So if you want to think about it, this is like his first actual... this is like his first game where he's the main protagonist. And good old Barry is on this boat because there was I guess a BOW attack caused by Umbrella, which caused this ship to just be completely infected. And we are here to stop said infection from spreading everywhere else.
Instead of just like sinking the boat. We have important things to do.
All right, so here's the first instance of a boss skip. This is one of the cooler things in this game. You can only do this on the English version of the game. So I'm gonna lure this enemy over here, and technically this would be a boss fight. But since I get attacked by a different enemy during the fight, oh, well, didn't work, which happens. It's a very precise trick. Like I said, good thing though. We're like right here, so it doesn't even really matter. Come to me, my friend. There we go. So it's the zombie that I'm having follow over here to the boss fight it should take priority over actually fighting the boss, is what I'm trying to set up right now. Let's try that again. There we go. And technically that is the first boss fight. And the boss is just gonna sit there for a little bit and just chill.
Vibin'.
And then I am pretty much out of handgun ammo, so hopefully I get this crit right here. And then I have to switch to traditional methods, and that is swinging the knife, which is something that can happen during the run because missing criticals can be really bad. I also had to fight some extra enemies that I'm not usually used to fighting. That's all good because we are actually about to be picking up a better weapon anyway. Oh, these guys are mad. So right here, I'm going to have to do another quick little reset just because doors in this game can be really annoying. And as you can see, I'd have to mess with that zombie right here because he's just in a bad position. And I'd just rather not fight any of these guys. All right, one more time with feeling. I think I should just leave the, yeah, okay. Because I already have the key, so I can move on, okay. Now we're going to be going into the interior of the ship once more. Now we have this, well, do we have her? Yeah, we have the little girl. So we have Lucia with us. Lucia has a very, very interesting ability. For some reason, she can sense that, she can sense the BOW that's on the ship. So she comes in handy in certain spots. She's like, oh man, the big boss is right over here. We need to... Oh my goodness. Go ahead and reset the room one more time.
Doing a little check here. Do I sound louder now on the stream?
Yeah, this game can get a little noisy, so if it kind of drowns out some stuff, I apologize. Oh, please open.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
That was a question for Twitch chat. Can you hear me? Twitch chat? Still sounds quiet? Booerns. Okay.
I'm gonna god mode here. Well, not really god mode because they're capturing all of it. Just fix it for the next. It's fine.
All right, so right there we picked up a set of lock up. Pretty much it's like a lock picking tool. It's just gonna let us get into this next room over here. And since I don't really have the ammunition to fight this boss, I'm gonna lure him out here. By boss, I mean just straight up the enemy. Oh yeah, it won't let me, I keep forgetting it won't let me pick up. There's a really silly thing in this game where if you don't have like a weapon, like the weapon, a specific weapon, it won't let you pick up the ammo for it. It's really silly. Oh cool, he just comes back in the room. Oh, beautiful. Alrighty. So now we have the assault rifle. The assault rifle is a absolutely broken item. Because it'll allow us to do a lot of damage. There we go. And now we're coming up to the second boss fight. Sadly, I cannot skip this fight. There are no zombies in the vicinity to allow me to skip it, so we do just have to fight the boss. The good thing is we do have the assault rifle. Assault rifle does a lot of damage. And it looks like we're gonna fight this guy because he just wants to be the center of attention, it seems like. Alrighty. And here comes that boss fight. Again, playing this casually is a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare trying to figure out where to go. Alright, so we're going to try to get as many criticals as we can right here. Alright, that was an okay fight. Could have been better, but as long as we get a few criticals, we'll be okay. Alright, now we're slowly being introduced to more zombie types. These are just the blue zombies. Blue zombies have a chance of poisoning you if they attack. We don't want that to happen because curing poison is something that you can do, but it's really out of the way in the run. So we try not to get poisoned. Also, now we have, after skipping that cutscene, we actually have Leon, good old Leon S. Kennedy in our party now, believe it or not. And we also lost the girl. I can't remember where she went or what happened to her.
That's okay, she's on a boat. We're on a boat.
There we go, 2 shots on them. That's another thing. So, when you're fighting enemies in this game, if you get, let's say you get grabbed by just a zombie, if there's any other zombies that are visible on screen, you have to fight them. They could be behind a wall, and you're still gonna fight them. It's really silly, and it can be really annoying. So like right there, I move up a little bit more on purpose, so that other zombie that was on that lower level right there doesn't like actually come to attack me. And we're just gonna save some bullets right there and just dodge that fight. And then we're gonna get this zombie up here again. Sometimes it's better to just dodge an enemy than waste your ammo. And here's a good example of the ridiculous lag this game has. Like, look at this. Just going into a room. And there's really no possible way to, like, reduce lag. Like, I wish there was, but there just isn't. 2 shots to the crowbar friend. Okay, good. At least he wasn't blocking the way. That would have been really annoying. Because just because a zombie's on the ground, doesn't mean they're not a threat. They are. Everything is still a threat in this game, even if it's on the ground. All right, so we should be in an area that should look a little familiar. Let's see if I can't make this nice. Okay, usually that usually works. Just holding down when I leave the elevator, but as of late, I've been getting some hits on that zombie, which makes me sad. All right, so this guy right here, he has some handgun bullets. I'm not picking up the bullets to use. I mean, they're going to be nice to have, but the main reason I'm picking those up is now that zombie will despawn. Because when a zombie has an item, they won't despawn until you actually pick the item up from them. So as I'm backtracking right here, I wouldn't have picked up the ammo from him. Guess what? I'd have to find him again. So that makes it a little bit easier on myself. Ugh. The slow crowbar swing scares me every time. The best thing you can do to, like, I guess reduce lag in this game, now that I'm really thinking about it, is don't let zombies see you and don't let them groan. The second they start groaning, the frame rate just drops dramatically. All right, so all these areas should look a little familiar. Just doing pretty much just making big circles going to different areas. Right there, the BOW has Lucia, the little girl, so we're gonna go save her. This will be the third boss fight. So the BOW fight pretty much stays the same. Like, it's the only boss in the game that you do fight. But as the game goes on, you fight him more and more. He'll start transforming into different things, like and then he'll start having like more aggressive attacks. But for now, he's just gonna be punching us. And now we're about to go back outside on the deck of the ship. After I make a pass through this room. This room is very scary just because there's a lot of enemies in a close quarter situation. I think right there I'm going to go ahead and reset because I don't really want to use much more of my assault rifle because I'm going to need it for a couple of spots. So right here, I'm going to just improvise a little bit to get past that. Get past her, and to get past her. And then right here I have to hold down. If I don't, that zombie will immediately grab me, and it's a real pain because that fight right there is like a mandatory like 3 zombies. It's really, really silly. Also, for people that don't really know, there was going to be a Resident Evil 1 port to the Game Boy Color, like the original Resident Evil, and there are like game files for it where you can play the game up to a certain point, and the game is really good. Like, it's RE1 on the Game Boy Color. All right, third boss fight, pretty much the same deal, just try to get crits. Oh, he's gone. He fell over, go boom. And now he's angry and chasing us, so let's run away from him. All right, right here, we're going to say bye to Barry, and we're actually going to start playing as Leon. There's going to be this big ol' explosion, and we have to go our separate ways. So now we're playing as Leon. And for some reason, I have every item that Barry has, Leon has too. There's going to be a point in the run where I pick up a grenade launcher with Leon, and Barry's not even on the boat anymore, and then I'm going to go back to playing Barry, and for some reason, Barry has the grenade launcher. It's an anomaly in gaming. It's a beautiful thing.
What happened to Barry though? Like, where did Barry go?
Okay, so Barry is trying to essentially make an escape route for us, and Leon's pretty much just trying to get back up to the deck of the ship because everything is blocked off with fire. Hey friend, would you like to come down here and hit me? Thank you. So here's another reason why this game is a casual nightmare. I'm luring this guy out right here for a very good reason. It's because you have to go in this back little corner over here to get a key. Like, have fun finding that casually. I just can't imagine. When I played this game for the first time, I had to use a guide because it's a very, very difficult game.
Wow, there isn't even like a pixel there or something where they're like, hey guys.
Right. Like, it's pretty much going around the map and trying to find green exclamation marks. Have them pop up on your screen. It's like, oh, I can pick up something here. Oh, there's a zombie that has an item. Maybe it's a key item. And that's pretty much what you deal with the whole time. All right, come over here, friend. You always like to just ruin me going through this door. Open the door. Opening doors take so long. Makes me sad. Oh, here's a fun example of how ridiculous blue zombies are. 2 strikes and I'm out. Try to lure this guy a little bit more over here. Oh my goodness. And the door closed again. That was beautiful. All right, cool. Like I said, the good thing is that even if you die in this game, it's not really a big deal, because every time I go through like a door that goes to a black screen, it quick saves. Like, yeah, there are like little save points that you can manually save, but this game is pretty lenient when it comes to its difficulty in terms of you dying. Alrighty, time to go down one more level. Then we're going to be doing, you guessed it, more backtracking, because guess what? This is Resident Evil. It's survival horror. It's not a survival horror game unless you're backtracking every 5 minutes. Alright, gonna use the crowbar here, get into here. And then there's a fire extinguisher in here. There was a room in the basement that wasn't covered with fire, but now it's covered in fire, so I'm having to get this. Come here. All right, back in the basement. Gonna lure this zombie over here. For some reason, this zombie is like the only zombie in the game where he groans, it doesn't lag the game. I don't get it. He has just soothing tones in his voice.
It's just something about that song. Special.
All right, we got a blue zombie with a crowbar in here. And do I done it? Like, why don't I have this equipped? Okay. Let's fight this guy. That's what you like to see, is just 2 crits. That's beautiful. What you don't like to see is this dude on the ground groaning. So I'd rather not use more ammo. Alrighty, now we can actually get back outside to the deck of the ship. We turned on a sprinkler system just now to put out most of the fires on the ship, so now we can go exploring again. And we're actually going to be going to this the control room that we've been into a couple of times already, just to let Barry know that, hey, we have put out the fires on the ship. We should be able to get out of here now. But Barry apparently is doing something completely different. Barry ends up finding out that no one is actually coming to save us. Okay, I'm gonna reset right there because I missed 2 shots. So Barry's actually contacting Umbrella and being like, hey, I have the girl. I'll give you the girl if you save us. Which, of course, isn't true. Barry wouldn't betray us like that.
Okay, but like, are they gonna sink the boat?
True.
Would this be an okay time to talk about some incentives?
Oh, feel free.
All right, awesome. We do have a couple of incentives for games that are coming up later today that have not yet been met, including the Super Metroid Link to the Past Animal Surprise. I love the description. Find out what surprise awaits us behind the Save the Animals door. It's combo. It's Super Metroid Link to the Past. I really want to see the animal surprise. We have a lofty goal for that. We're looking for $3,000. We're sitting at $126.50. So if you were thinking about donating, please do remember to click on those incentives and click on that one for Super Metroid Link to the Past so I can find out what's behind the Save the Animals door. We also have one for King's Quest, Quest for the Crown, to upgrade it from any % to 100%. And I always want to see more more speedruns. Well, more, yeah. So if you would like to upgrade from any percent to 100%, we're looking for $1,000 for that, and we're sitting at 120. So 2 wonderful incentives that we have. We're looking for some donations for those. Right? Animal Pride. Woo.
Yeah, that piqued my interest. Like, now I'm definitely gonna watch that run now, because I've never heard of this.
What Animal Surprise? Well, remember, it's not just Super Metroid. It's Super Metroid Link to the Past.
Which is beautiful. Hopefully we're gonna have some cool looking sprites getting picked for that as well.
I'm so excited. Oh yeah, let me see, because there is another incentive for that choose the second sprite.
Mm-hmm.
And wildly, you can pick any sprite off of linktothe.past.com. Like there's a website you can go to. It's alttpr.com/en/sprite_preview, and you can pick any sprite as long as you donate. You can pick any sprite.
Like I'll definitely throw out my favorite is Alucard from Symphony of the Night. That is a very funny one to see go through Super Metroid.
If you want to snipe it, we have two sprites who are actually tied right now. One is just fish. I have no idea what this
okay,
sprite is gonna look
I like that.
$25. The other one is Freya Crescent at $25. So the other one is Freya Crescent. So
okay.
So yeah, so if you have $26, you can choose the sprite.
That's a beautiful. I love that. Oh, God, randomizers make speedrunning and just gaming a beautiful thing. I love
so
randomizers so much.
I'm so impressed by people who can run them too, who were just so adaptable.
All right, so now that I've done a little bit more backtracking and whatnot, we are actually coming up to what is considered the fun. I would call this when the run gets a lot of fun, at least for me. We're about to pick up the grenade launcher, and the grenade launcher is already loaded with these gas rounds. Well, we're going to be performing a little glitch again that is exclusive to the English version of the game. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and just equip said grenade launcher, and we're going to fight this enemy right here so we can get him out of the way. So I'm going to actually try to run away from the fight. So when I hit select and you see the screen go yellow, that's triggering the runaway mechanic in the game. But for some reason, I'm still able to shoot. So right there, I'm actually firing infinite grenades. So I have an infinite grenade launcher now, and this only works on regular fights. This does not work on boss fights. So if I do come in contact with said BOW, I cannot use that technique because I'm not allowed to use the escape mechanic for boss fights. But that doesn't stop me from actually doing boss skips. I can still lure zombies into a boss fight, and then I can fight those instead of fighting the BOW, which we're going to be doing for the rest of the run. Like, there is not a final boss fight in this game. It is, you fight a zombie and it's GG. I'm going to go ahead and give everyone a little heads up, just as a warning. The game is prone to crashing when I do the final boss skip. It's like a 50% chance. Of course, I'm getting a Amber Alert on my phone during a speedrun. That's fun. So there's a 50% chance that the game will crash. If you guys haven't already noticed, I am running this on emulator, and there's a few good reasons why we run this on emulator. One, when you do reset in this game on emulator, you do not have to see the Game Boy loading screen. And number two, this game is really expensive. Like, it's disgustingly expensive to own. Like, the cart by itself is like $150. Having it in box is almost worth like $400. It's insane. So majority of the people that pick up this game play it on emulator. Please stop hitting me, zombies. I'd really appreciate it. Here's an example of these enemies just constant. That is so unlucky. Oh my goodness. Having these guys. You're still on the ground? No way. Okay, I have to reset the area because I took too much damage. That is rare to see zombies just stay on the ground like that for that long. Like, it shouldn't take 3 fights to kill a zombie. Oh, cool. All right, this is going to be fun. I'm at super low health. Taking 1 damage from these blue guys is going to kill me. The good thing is we're almost done playing with Leon, so... Oh my goodness. Okay. Just need to get past this one guy.
Chat, give us your power. Send your energy, chat.
Yeah, he is swinging every single time. I don't think I can get past him. I don't think I can. Nope, especially when he brings a friend along. Oh, now you don't want to swing. When you have friends around, you don't want to swing anymore. Okay, I see how it is. Okay. That guy missed, but that guy didn't. Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, the good thing is that after... This game quick saves a lot, so it's not like I'm going to be too far behind. Okay, and also as long as these enemies play nice and don't stay on the ground. So we're having to fight all these enemies right now because in a little bit we actually are going to be playing as Barry again. And when we... Come on, man. And you brought a friend. I love this game. And I died. Okay. Yeah, this game is super RNG heavy. It's pretty insane. But Barry will have his health. We won't be dealing with Leon's health bar anymore, which is nice. Okay, we're just gonna leave you. We're gonna have Barry fight you. And this guy we just dodge every single time anyway. We are coming up to another boss fight, but again, we're going to be doing the skip. We're going to be luring a zombie over to the fight. Thankfully, it's not a super aggro blue zombie. It's just a regular zombie with the crowbar. But anything can happen. They can totally mess it up. They can just decide to attack. Ooh, man, just getting a lot of bad spawns. Just the randomness of just when you're luring enemies in, there's just a chance that they can bring friends off screen. All right, we are pretty much at the boss fight now. So let's see if we can't get this skip. This is one of the harder skips to get. It's just it's just really weird to time. All right. Let's see if we get this. There's the boss. He's going to be like, blah, tentacles. Let's see if we get this.
Another vibing boss.
Oh, we did. Okay, cool. We did get it. Very nice. Whew, okay. And we are done playing with Leon. Now we're in a submarine with Barry. And thankfully, Barry has a lot of health. Okay, so like I said before, Barry contacted Umbrella to be like, hey, I have the girl, save us from this ship. So Umbrella came to pick up Barry and the girl. And of course, Barry was like, haha, you fools, I've come to hijack the submarine. Which he did. The captain gets bit by a zombie, and then we fight. That's who we fought just now. And somehow the BOW is also on this ship, and it's really annoying. But now we're going to be heading right back to the ship. And we're going to be taking the exact same path that we just took with Leon. We're going to go to the engine room because we're needing to save him. He's actually stuck down there. And that's one of the main reasons why we did make this path for Barry, just to get around all these zombies. There are a couple of zombies we left just because it's easy just to get around them. Alrighty. So yeah, if you have anything to plug or anything to say, feel free to go until I get to the engine room. It should be just a couple of minutes or so.
Yeah, well, I'd love to talk a little bit more about the Trevor Project, if that's okay.
Feel free.
Suicide is the second leading cause of death among young people. Lesbian, gay, bisexual youth are 5 times more likely to attempt suicide than their straight peers. Youth from highly rejecting families are 8 times more likely to attempt suicide than youth from accepting families. Nearly half of all trans people have made a suicide attempt. A majority of the youth choose to contact the Trevor Project rather than other providers because the organization is LGBTQ affirming or trusted provider of crisis services. 90% of young people who reach out to Trevor experience de-escalation from suicidal thoughts. One supportive person can decrease an LGBTQ youth's risk of suicide by 30%. The Trevor Project aims to always be there for LGBTQ youth in crisis with a clear message. They should be proud of who they are and that they are not alone.
Very, very good cause to donate to, everyone. Definitely keep pumping in the donations. It's really, really good cause.
Really, really wonderful.
Alrighty, so we're coming up to, I guess you can call this a boss skip. Okay. So this takes a little bit of precise movement. The BOW you can actually dodge without having to fight them. Don't think that was intentional. But there you go, just like that. If you just make a tight enough loop, he actually will stop attacking, and then you don't have to fight him. All right, so we're pretty much in the end game. One last bit of backtracking, and then we are gonna be at the final boss. Again, like I did say, there is a chance that this game will crash. It's about a 50-50 chance. That does happen. I am gonna, use a load state just to make sure everything is cool. So we do actually get to finish the run. And of course, the path that we did come in through was blocked off, so we're having to take a completely different path right now. So many zombies to go through. The cool thing is when we do the final boss skip, the final boss actually has 2 phases. So essentially we skip the first phase, and then by skipping the first phase, the game just completely glitches into oblivion. It's pretty funny to look at. Over here, friend. I don't want to fight you. Oh my goodness, so much lag. Then there's this guy who just wants to be right in front of the door when we get here. Alright, so we pretty much are at the final area. Just have to fight some more of these guys right here. Because, man, these blue zombies are just... Right here specifically, they will just spawn indefinitely. So it's just really important just to go ahead and just fight them. Dodging them is completely pointless. But okay, so the final boss is blocking our escape. Again, not gonna fight him. Gonna just dodge him. So we're gonna go down here as this game starts lagging into oblivion. We're gonna lure a zombie over here. For some reason, that doesn't trigger a encounter. It's really, really weird. Don't understand why it happens. Okay, so we got the skip, so hopefully the game does not crash right here. If it doesn't, then we're in the clear. And it crashed. Okay. So what we're gonna do right here is we're just gonna go ahead and load that state that I have. And we'll try this again. The main reason why I have to use a load state right here, because if you do get a crash, it's almost impossible to continue the run. Because the game is going to spawn you right in front of the boss. Okay, I don't think this is going to work. Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see what this guy has turned into after fighting him so many times. Come up here, friend. There's so many surprises if you come up here. All right, one more time with feeling. All right, there's the skip. And let's see if we get a crash again. Nope, not this time. As you can see, the game goes absolutely haywire. And just have to mash through the cutscene, and then I'll call for time. But you have to look at Leon's luscious lips, though. Here they come. Look at those lips.
That's not a phrase I was expecting at 4:17 a.m.
Alrighty, and time.
I mean, why play the Game Boy Color version?
Exactly. You don't need to play. You guys don't need to play this game. This game is an absolute mess.
No, you really need Leon's luscious lips at the end there. I'm saying that's why. That's why.
Oh goodness. But all right, that's Gaiden. And like I said, I'm actually going to be your runner for the next. I guess now.